This is the story of Wanja, a Kenyan girl whose life was filled with hardship, courage, and resilience. From a young age, she faces loss, struggles, and challenges that would test anyone's strength. Wanja and her sister grew up without their mother, Gladys, who passed away while they were very young. Their father raised them alone. He was their protector, their comfort, and the only parent they knew. Their father worked as a casual laborer at Africa Collect Textiles in Empire Business Park, Nairobi. Every day, he worked long hours to provide for his daughters. One evening, while returning home, he was involved in a tragic accident and died on the spot. That night, the two girls stayed alone in the quiet house. They cried, prayed, and held each other because they had no one else. The neighbors checked in on them but could not give them any answers. It became the longest night of their lives. By the next morning, their grandmother Christine arrived. Heartbroken but determined, she took them to her rural home in Murugu near Gichira Church. It was mid-November 2014. Even during the holiday season, Wanja could not enjoy herself. She helped white chores, played with cousins, and tried to smile. But the pain of losing her father followed her everywhere. She often sat alone near the shamba thinking about him. In January 2015, Wanja received her admission letter to Tumutumu Girls High School. Christine was proud but worried. She only had a small piece of land, 3 sheep, and 1 cow. To raise school fees, Christine made the painful decision to sell all 3 sheep. Even after that sacrifice, the money wasn't enough. Wanja joined Form 1 with missing school requirements, embarrassed but determined to work hard. When the principal, Grace Githinji, heard her story, she stepped in with kindness. She gave Wanja a 6-month grace period so she wouldn't be sent home for fees. This act changed Wanja's life. Traveling from Murugu to Tumutumu was difficult and expensive. Sometimes she would wait long hours for transport or walk long distances. She visited home only when necessary. School life was not easy. Wanja had to balance her studies, friendships, and emotions while dealing with poverty and grief. But she kept going and never backed down. In 2019, she completed Form 4 and scored a C+. For her, it was a big victory. She returned home and spent her holiday helping Christine grow arrowroots to sell at the market. They used the money for food and basic needs. Later, Wanja moved to Umoja in Nairobi to look for work. After searching for weeks, she found a house help job with a man named Robert. She worked hard and honestly. Robert noticed her discipline and decided to help her join college. He helped her enroll at the Kenya Institute of Business and Counseling, KIBCO, in Umoja. Wanja entered college with hope in her heart. After everything she had survived growing up, losing her mother, being raised by her father, and struggling through hardships, this place felt like a fresh start. She dreamed of a better future, not just for herself, but for the family she came from. At college, she wanted to learn, to grow, and to finally experience a life that felt normal. Wanja met Brian during her first week. He was confident, charismatic, and seemed to understand her in ways she didn't expect. Brian approached her with a friendly smile, the kind that made you feel seen. For Wanja, who had always kept her guard up, Brian's warmth felt disarming and comforting. Kevin was the opposite of Brian, loud, funny, and always making everyone laugh. He treated Wanja like an old friend from the moment they met. Kevin admired her calm nature, and although he liked joking around, he always showed her respect. Caleb noticed Wanja long before she noticed him. He admired her resilience, the way she carried herself with quiet strength. Caleb never pushed himself into her life. Instead, he offered small acts of kindness, the kind that speak louder than words. After months of dating, Brian asked Wanja to move in with him. He told her it would save money, help her focus on school, and make life easier. To Wanja, it felt romantic, like a step toward a future she had always dreamed of. But slowly, small things began to feel strange. One evening, Wanja noticed Brian acting different, distracted, nervous. He guarded his phone, avoided her questions, and sometimes left the house late at night. Wanja had always trusted him, but now her instincts whispered warnings. What she discovered later would leave her shaken, making her realize she did not know Brian as well as she thought. During a campus party, surrounded by music and laughter, Wanja felt a rare moment of freedom. Kevin teased her as usual. Caleb watched over her quietly from the corner. And Brian kept his hand around her waist the entire night, almost as if he feared losing her. The atmosphere was fun, but beneath it an uncomfortable tension brewed, one Wanja couldn't fully name. Days later, a disturbing scene unfolded near Brian's residential area. Police tapes surrounded the compound. Officers moved around with urgency. There was no violence shown, only the heavy silence of something terribly wrong. Rumors spread quickly across the neighborhood, and soon, Wanja's name became part of hushed conversations. Caleb sat alone outside the college hall, staring at the empty bench where Wanja used to wait for her classes. He remembered her laughter, her calm presence, her dreams. He wished he had told her to be careful, wished he had paid more attention to her worries. Wanja's absence left a hollow space in everyone's life, especially Caleb's. All he could do now was hope that someday the truth would come to light. Brian was interrogated, and the truth finally came out. He was sentenced to life imprisonment for the murder of Wanja. The college community was shocked and heartbroken. Wanja's life was filled with hardship from childhood, but she never stopped fighting for a better future. Even in her absence, she continues to inspire her community. Her story reminds everyone that behind every quiet girl, there is a powerful journey of strength and courage. Thank you for watching this episode of Kenyan Streets Untold. Make sure to smash that subscribe button. Like and share to support our work. Become part of our growth.